Imagine dedicating your entire life to making it into the biggest women's basketball league in the world, only to find out that your salary is less than half of what you'd earn by winning a 3-on-3 side competition. That's the reality for Angel Reese. It's not a joke. While the WNBA has been around for nearly 30 years and still treats its rookies like part-time employees, she recently received $20 million from a rival league that is barely out of its infancy. With an $81,000 a year deal with the Chicago Sky, Reese is frustrated that her tournament winnings in a young league generated more revenue in a few weeks than months of WNBA play. She practically set the league on fire,
Deserve more.
exposing the absurd pay gap to reveal how the WNBA fails to support its players.
You
need to come to the
I
meeting.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, if y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
And things get even stranger. Angel Reese is living in a condo that costs $88,000 a month, driving a $183,000 Mercedes G-Wagon, and stacking endorsement deals, all while her WNBA salary barely covers her bills.
Women's basketball star Angel Reese says we should get paid like NBA players, okay? That's going out everywhere.
But the real question is, if other tournaments are already offering big prize money, how long before players start leaving? And will the league wake up before it's too late, before we dive into the chaos? Let's break everything down. Angel Reese isn't just speaking out for herself. She's exposing a major issue that could shake the entire league. By the way, if you're enjoying this, go ahead and hit that like button. As for subscribing, trust me, you don't want to miss what's next now. Picture this. You're at the peak of your career as a WNBA pro, yet you enter a 3-on-3 tournament, win, and take home $50,000, more than half of your WNBA salary for the entire season. Reese's rookie contract with the Chicago Sky is worth $324,000 over 4 years, covering just about 60% of her yearly pay. Meanwhile, the WNBA demands a full season of grueling travel, training, and elite competition, but she made that money in just a few weeks playing elsewhere. And let's talk about Caitlin Clark, the #1 overall pick. She's making just $338,500, barely more than Reese. Despite shattering viewership records, this is exactly why Angel Reese spoke out. And if you think this is just a one-time rant, think again. She's been sounding the alarm for months. Back in October, she didn't mince words. The WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all.
She's getting paid by the league, doesn't cover her expenses.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
She even did some quick math as a rookie. She's making barely $8,000 a month, which isn't nearly enough to cover a full year of expenses, including training, travel, and rent. For context, the average monthly rent in the US is around $1,600. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is paying 5 times that amount without breaking a sweat, because her earnings from endorsements, social media, and sponsorships far exceed anything the WNBA could ever offer, and she's well aware of it. She even joked, "Hating pays my bills," and honestly, she's not wrong.
Says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
But this is where things get even stranger. Beyond just talking about the money, Angel Reese took action. She joined the newly established Women's 3-on-3 Basketball League, and it paid off. While playing for Rose, BC, she won Defensive Player of the Year, earned $50,000 in prize money, and led her team to the league's first ever championship, but not everyone was thrilled. When Indiana Fever guard Sydney Colson joked on social media about taking that money from Reese, she didn't find it funny. Instead, she fired back with a now viral response. Fans were shocked, outraged, and even embarrassed that one of the WNBA's brightest young stars was making pennies compared to men's leagues, and now even had to defend keeping her prize money. Let's zoom out for a second. The reality, all too well. The sad part, even though the NBA Summer League pays poorly, Reese, who sells out arenas, draws massive crowds, and keeps women's basketball in the spotlight, is still winning. Think about this. NBA Summer League players, who aren't even in the actual NBA, earn more than WNBA rookies. Some players, who will never make an NBA roster, pocket $100,000 just for a few months of exhibition games. Meanwhile, in the WNBA, even the biggest names struggle to make ends meet. To be fair, Angel Reese is financially secure, something most NBA players will never achieve. She's built a strong brand, and in a recent interview, she made it clear she can support her entire family, pay off her home, and retire her mom. She lives in an $8,000 per month condo, drives a $183,000 Mercedes G-Wagon, worth more than double her annual WNBA salary, and constantly rocks designer jewelry and Louis Vuitton bags. So when rumors started circulating about her net worth, she was quick to set the record straight. But here's the thing. While Reese isn't struggling financially, she understands the bigger issue. The WNBA should be able to support its players the way the NBA does. And right now, it's failing. Badly, of course. No story about Angel Reese is complete without mentioning her biggest rival. Caitlin Clark. The two have been competing since middle school, but their true rivalry began when Reese's LSU team upset Clark's Iowa squad in the NCAA championship. Since then, Reese hasn't held back, calling out the media for portraying Clark as the face of women's basketball, when in reality, the game is much bigger than just one player. This was the start of one of the most talked about rivalries in sports, but here's the twist. Despite all the headlines, Reese insists there's no real rivalry between them. She's made it clear, neither of us has any hate toward the other. At the end of the day, basketball gets intense. But whether their rivalry is real or just great marketing, one thing is certain, it's making money.
Women's basketball star Angel Reese says we should get paid like NBA players, okay? That's going out everywhere, clown world.
And guess what? The WNBA is actually benefiting from the storyline. Big time on May 17th, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark will face off in one of the most highly anticipated games of the WNBA season, Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. The hype is at an all-time high, and the stakes have never been bigger. But here's the reality. The WNBA has ignored these issues for years, and if they don't address them now, they risk falling behind for good. The league isn't just underpaying its players, it's undervaluing them. Angel Reese didn't just win $50,000 in Unrivaled. She won the conversation, and that raises the question. Why should athletes stay in a system that refuses to evolve, especially when leagues like Unrivaled are expanding? And let's be real, they will keep growing? The fact that a brand new 3-on-3 league is already proving more lucrative than the WNBA is alarming, even as Caitlin Clark and this new wave of young superstars are generating record-breaking hype, selling out arenas, and attracting millions of fans. The WNBA still treats rookies like part-time employees while expecting them to be the face of a revolution. Meanwhile, Angel Reese isn't just making waves. She's building a business, all while the WNBA continues to spend its money elsewhere. But once more players realize the league is in trouble, the script will flip. She's earning from independent leagues, social media, and endorsement deals. And she's proving that WNBA players can thrive without relying solely on the league. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you still see the WNBA as the top destination for elite talent? Or should players start seriously considering leagues like Unrivaled? If salary issues continue, could we actually see stars like Caitlin Clark or even Angel Reese leave for better opportunities? And what about the league's financial future? If salaries go up, where should the money come from? Should the NBA step in with more funding? Or should the WNBA start creating new revenue streams for its players? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading them all, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the biggest WNBA news, drama, and in-depth analysis. This season is going to be wild, and trust me, you don't want to be the last to know the truth. That's it for now. See you in the next one.